Our next season in our goal of ranking and reviewing every episode of The Simpsons ever made is Season 5. By this point, The Simpsons had firmly found its feet and was a smash hit worldwide. So let's get into the video where we're going to rank and review every episode of The Simpsons Season 5. In Season 5 Episode 1, when The Simpsons are at a yard sale, Bart and Lisa discover an album with Homer's picture on it. Homer then reminisces about the B-Sharps, a band Homer used to be in with Barney, Apu and Principal Skinner. This was a fantastic opening episode to Season 5, top tier episode, 10 out of 10. In Season 5 Episode 2, the episode begins with Sideshow Bob sending death threats to Bart. When Bob is released from prison on parole, the Simpsons are relocated to Terror Lake, but Sideshow Bob tracks them down and attempts to murder Bart. Top tier episode, 10 out of 10. In Season 5 Episode 3, inspectors visit the Springfield nuclear power plant, and they discover that Homer is dangerously underqualified for his job. So Homer is sent to college, where he gets up to all sorts of shenanigans, including running over the dean in his car. I absolutely love this episode. It's definitely in my top 10 all-time Simpsons episodes. Therefore, top tier episode, 10 out of 10. That's 3 10 out of 10 episodes from the first 3 in this season. Hope this continues. Next up in Season 5 Episode 4, despite being obscenely rich, Mr. Burns discovers that he will never truly be happy without his childhood teddy bear, Bobo. When Bart finds Bobo in a bag of ice, he gives it to Maggie. When Homer finds out he has Mr. Burns' bear, he realises he can get rich because Burns will do anything to get it back. Homer eventually chooses his daughter over wealth. I like this episode, 8 out of 10. Season 5 Episode 5 is a Treehouse of Horrors Halloween special. In the episode, Homer sells his soul to the devil for a donut. No one believes Bart's story about a gremlin causing havoc to the school bus. And Mr. Burns invites the Simpsons over for a bite, and they discover that Burns is a vampire. I love all 3 stories that make up this special. Top tier episode, 10 out of 10. In Season 5 Episode 6, Marge makes friends with her new neighbour Ruth Powers. When Homer bails on taking Marge to the ballet, she invites Ruth in his place. The two hit it off big time, which eventually leads to a Thelma and Louise style chase, when Ruth admits to Marge she stole her ex-husband's car. I like this episode, 8 out of 10. Next up is Season 5 Episode 7. In this episode, Homer and Marge send Bart to a self-help guru in an attempt to alter his rebellious behaviour. The plan backfires when the guru uses Bart as an example of how everyone should behave. Good episode, 6 out of 10. In Season 5 Episode 8, Bart wakes up from a squishy bender, horrified to discover he's joined the junior campers. When Bart finds out he's allowed to use pocket knives, he decides not to quit, and heads off to a father-son camping trip with Homer. Good episode, 7 out of 10. In Season 5 Episode 9, Homer is concerned about his marriage to Marge when he finds himself attracted to his new co-worker, Mindy Simmons. Mindy loves beer, donuts and being lazy just as much as Homer, and the two seem like soulmates. When the pair are sent away to a nuclear conference together, Homer must choose between his faithful wife and his new crush. Great episode, 8 out of 10. In Season 5 Episode 10, Springfield legalizes gambling and Monty Burns opens his own casino. Homer is transferred from the nuclear power plant to the new casino, and while Marge is waiting for his shift to end, she finds a quarter and decides to try her luck. This experience sparks an uncontrolled addiction to the slot machines for Marge, with Homer, for once, being the voice of reason. Great episode, 9 out of 10. In Season 5 Episode 11, Springfield is hit by a series of burglaries from the Springfield Cat Burglar. Fed up with the ineffectiveness of the police department, Homer starts a vigilante group to catch the daring criminal. Great episode, 8 out of 10. In Season 5 Episode 12, Bart has a taste of showbiz when he sneaks on to the Krusty the Clown show, and Krusty hires him as his new assistant. While at work, Bart is asked to perform live in a sketch, and when he knocks over several props and quickly says, "I didn't do it," the audience erupt into laughter, and Bart finds fame as the "I didn't do it" boy. Good episode, 7 out of 10. In Season 5 Episode 13, Apu loses his job at the Quickie Mart when he gives Homer food poisoning by selling expired meat. Apu moves in with the Simpsons as their personal chef and valet as an way of apology. Homer and Apu eventually set off to the Himalayas to the world's first convenience store so Apu can find enlightenment. Meanwhile, James Woods runs the Quickie Mart in place of Apu. Top tier episode, 10 out of 10. In Season 5 Episode 14, Lisa decides that the new Malibu Stacy dolls are sexist and set a bad example to young girls. So Lisa tracks down the creator, Stacy Lavelle, to design a positive role model. Decent episode, 5 out of 10. In Season 5, Episode 15, when NASA is struggling for ratings during their space launches, they recruit Barney and Homer to the space program as they might appeal more to the average American. When Barney fails the training due to alcohol issues, Homer is selected to go into space. Top tier episode, 10 out of 10. In Season 5, Episode 16, after Homer attends a football game with Flanders, he decides that he'll become his pesky neighborino's new best friend. Didn't see that one coming. Eventually, Homer's overbearing friendship sends Ned crazy. Good episode, 7 out of 10. In Season 5, Episode 17, when Bart wins a radio quiz, he can choose between a large cash prize or a full-sized African elephant. Naturally, Bart chooses the elephant and names his new best friend Stampy. When Homer can't afford to keep Stampy, he attempts to sell the elephant on. Okay episode, 5 out of 10. In Season 5, Episode 18, Mr. Burns decides he wants an heir to carry on his legacy. So Burns holds auditions and eventually selects Bart to succeed him. Now Bart must choose between his family and the extremely wealthy Monty Burns. Good episode, 7 out of 10. In Season 5, Episode 19, Principal Skinner is fired as a result of Bart's pranks. In his place, the school board selects a too-soft Ned Flanders and Springfield Elementary plunges into chaos. Bart decides that he'd rather have Skinner and attempts to get him back his job. Not a bad episode, 5 out of 10. In Season 5, Episode 20, Bart is the only witness when Mayor Quimby's nephew Freddie is accused of assault, but testifying at the trial means admitting he was skipping school. Good episode, 7 out of 10. In Season 5, Episode 21, Marge is met with surprising success when she plays matchmaker for Homer's father and her own mother. When Mr. Burns decides to swoop Mrs. Bouvier off her feet, a love rivalry ensues between Mr. Burns and Grandpa. Good episode, 7 out of 10. And finally, in Season 5, Episode 22, Homer reveals his and Marge's intimate secrets when teaching an adult education class in building a successful marriage. Good episode, 6 out of 10. Overall, this was a solid season with multiple top-tier episodes. Perhaps not surprising seeing as we're still firmly within the Simpsons golden era. I hope you enjoyed Season 5 of The Simpsons Ranked and Reviewed. Thanks for choosing Project Toons and please like and subscribe for Season 9.